The verdict is in. The verdict is in. The verdict is in. Is Diddy walking? Is he?
Today to go back and live at Two-Star Island, which is in Miami. Judge says, this is just coming up right now. I will hear from the government in a moment. Are you proposing he just walk outside now? And the defense says yes. Candace, there's going to be a lot of conversation about Sean Combs and his legacy. You can't unsee the 2016 video from the Intercontinental Hotel, that is for sure. But how does this verdict impact how people may view Sean Combs going forward?
You know, some people are going to view him as a hero. Some people are going to view him as a victim. They really will. Some people are going to say
guilty of two out of five.
So we heard all of this debauchery and all of these things that by when you look at the cumulative effect of the evidence, I think he was guilty. So you're going to have people on both sides. But I think in terms of his legacy, personally, the legacy for him is going to be still be his music. That's going to survive and live. But I think there's a legacy that's going to happen in terms of this case in particular. And
oh, he's about to walk for sure. He's definitely walking. Diddy is definitely gonna walk.
And information exchange online and on shows like yours about when do we really need to apply legal, because out of this, I think that's what the largest conversation has been about. Yes, there was Astroglide, and yes, there was baby oil, but what is this RICO and what does it mean? And is it being unfairly used by people who are in the music industry? Is it being unfairly used by people like him who happen to be rich and seems like someone who we could make a big headline out of if we are the prosecutors? This is what the defense was saying in their closing argument, that this is just over prosecution of someone who, let's leave his legacy alone. There's nobody here who's coming after Sean Combs but the government. Don't trust them. I think that's going to be the lasting legacy of this case in particular.
And you think of the 2016 video once again, and it's the video of Sean Combs is in a towel. He's chasing after Cassie Ventura, and grabs her and beats her. It was video that Sean Combs then, according to testimony from a security guard, he paid off $100,000 to get rid of what he thought was the only copy. And yet,
free Diddy, man. Come on, man. Free Diddy. Let's go. Free Diddy.
Or maybe should I say, what is
free Diddy?
Defense's argument that did get the job done and got a not guilty verdict?
I'm going to assume that it was
man, free him, man.
Argument that was saying, look,
man, make sure y'all like. Yeah. Make sure y'all like the video and subscribe to the channel. Man, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Like this video, man. Get them likes up. Get them likes up, man. Free Diddy.
Being involved in the RICO scheme and being, unfortunately, a serial abuser.
The verdict is in.
Him being a serial abuser, there's no argument to be made.
Hey, Brownie. I love baby oil.
You can't make the connection between him being a serial abuser.
Man, free Diddy, man. Y'all get them likes up, man. Come on, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Get them likes up. Get them likes up, man.
She was willing to go along with it, and she was amenable to it, and she indicated.
You say you love baby oil. Shit, we all love baby oil.
And also not guilty.
You know what I'm saying? We all love baby oil and Astroglide. We all love baby oil and Astroglide. What the fuck you talking about?
There's been a lot of talk, Candace. I want to say hello to the 55,000 people.
Man, free Diddy, man. Let that man walk out. And he beat the RICO. And he beat the RICO. Who y'all know beat the RICO? Who y'all know beat the RICO?
What did they do that is different than the typical defense attorney that you see?
Present witnesses, it was kind of like they did it, and that they were able to jab holes into the witnesses on cross-examination. So really, they had witnesses speaking on their behalf. If you look on it that way, that you are my witnesses, and now I'm going to show inconsistencies. Now I'm going to show bias. Now I'm going to show that you are a money grabber in this particular one. Now I'm going to show that the government is after Sean Combs. So I think that there were a lot of opportunities, and they did do a very good job. On the other hand, so did the prosecution. So I think that's really kind of...
He beat the RICO.
And that is when we look at these attorneys...
Beat the shit. Like, he's probably like the first one ever to beat the RICO.
both
You know what I'm saying?
sides.
He didn't get found guilty for the Rico.
And
That's the main one.
his legal journey is going to look this way. But the defense did do a very good job during closing. Mark Agnifilo was
Y'all get them likes up, man. Get them likes up. Tap that like button.
light to the fact that, you know what, maybe this is, not as big as you think. So we got Astroglide off the streets, right? That's what
They got Astroglide off the street.
Aren't they?
She said that shit like it was cocaine.
Of what this really could translate as.
You say you was at a Diddy party. Which one?
What he said is just
You had to, he hit you with the baby oil on Astroglide too? When you was at a Diddy party, huh? When? When you was at a Diddy party? You say you was at all of them.
Another update from.
So you want to see Diddy free or you want to see him locked up? Which one you prefer? You want to see him free or you want to see him locked up? He about to walk out. You feel me? Like, get them likes up, man. Get them likes up.
Assistant U.S. Attorney Comey says the U.S. opposes his release. A person.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. You did? Get them up.
Comey continues on saying the defendant faces a maximum sentence of 20 years. Even while faced with this case, he assaulted Jane. Here in New York, preparing to surrender, he had drugs in his hotel room, was ready to commit the same offense. The judge...
Man, free Diddy. The internet is in a frenzy. The internet is in, man, I'm telling you, it's going up today. It's money on the flow. It's money on the flow.
You may confer and come back. We plan to be here the whole day. So this, we do have more business to attend to, even though this verdict has been read. Let's go back to Gillespie.
Come on, man. It's money on the flow, man. Free Diddy. From the music to, to Sean John to, I mean, he beat the Rico. He beat the shit. Like,
but how does
you heard? Like,
impact Diddy's legacy compared to if he came back as guilty for racketeering conspiracy?
Wow, Chris, there's a lot to digest. Again, I am still shocked the fact that we have a verdict after 1 hour of deliberation.
Man, it's crazy, Gam.
We're here live.
It's crazy. It's crazy as hell. I'm just sitting back like, damn, how did he beat the first count? Like, how does that, like, I never, like, if that's, like, I'm damn near lost for words, though, because it's like, damn, how do you, it's not even so much as him, right? It's the fact that, how did he beat the Rico? Him of all people in America? Do y'all realize how many people has been up against the Rico? You know what I'm saying? And I even with Thug and all of them, but like I'm talking about like real individuals that been hit with the Rico. Like, and he beats that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the hell? That's just got my mind just like, damn.
The fact that it's not guilty on 2 more of the charges, the fact that he is only found guilty on the transportation to engage in prostitution, I think that's
and them the only charges
for him, and especially in the way that celebrity lives are different than the ordinary people, quote unquote. And I'll call myself an ordinary person. My life is a little bit different than P. Diddy's, but I mean, as far as all of that goes, honestly, they talked about
right. Hell no.
How there was another.
No, they not here. He beat. That's the main one. That was the first one. You feel me, Gam? That was the first one. You did. That he was. You know.
This is more acceptable. This is just something that happens. It's not something that people usually get charged for. So honestly, P. Diddy's reputation is not as down in the dumps, I think, as perhaps it maybe once was.
And you think of just how people consume media these days. You can listen to a Diddy song in your headphones on the subway on the way to work, and nobody knows what you're listening to. It's your business.
It's crazy. How the hell? Like, I'm really trying to figure out, like,
more updates coming in. The assistant.
How do you beat the Rico?
I'm aware of cases. This is as far as
this is new. This how you knew it's a new day and age, though. This how you know, because he beat the Rico.
To engage in prostitution. She says, I'm aware of cases involving minors, but we intend to raise relevant conduct.
How do you beat the Rico?
Drugs and violence. The judge says,
hell yeah. Hell yeah. Listen, New York gonna go so crazy. Bro, Gam, hear me out. It's gonna be listen, it's gonna be so big, man. This is huge. This is huge. That's why I say it's money on the floor. Fuck just YouTube. It's gonna be a major party. He gonna throw a major party. He gonna throw a major party. Like, if I mean, like, God, how do you beat the now? You know what? It's like a change of the times, because now people can feel like, oh shit, I could probably beat the Rico. Because if somebody big as him beats the Rico, you know what I'm saying, wasn't found guilty on the Rico, in which the charges they was hitting them with, it was not Rico material. You get what I'm saying? It was never Rico material. So now it's gonna be now a lot of people gonna feel like it's possible.
36% not guilty.
Hell yeah! If I was, man, I'm in Detroit. If I was in Brooklyn, I'd be there too. I wouldn't. I ain't gonna even lie. Excuse me, I'm gonna lie.
He is still convicted on 2 pretty serious charges and could end up going to federal prison. But when you look at this defense team, this all-star cast, what did they do that's just
Hell yeah,
different
hell yeah,
the typical defense attorney that someone might get if they don't have?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Gam. Since this has happened, people gonna feel like they could beat the Rico. I'm telling you. But the thing about it, they don't have his money. Or after this, yeah, most definitely, they don't have his money, or they don't have, you know, his pool and his likeness and all of that. A lot of stuff go into play with this. But he beats the Rico in the first in history. In history, oh my God, like. Man, them Italian dudes gonna be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? For the ones that still here and still around, they might be old as hell. Man, they gonna be like, how? This done gain him another line of friends. Because now they gonna figure like, man, he's really the Mr. Untouchable. Fuck Nicky Barnes, he's Mr. Untouchable. Ever. Out of anybody in the history of crime, anybody in the history of ever been faced with the Rico, they're gonna look at him like he's untouchable now.
Put on a shadow case. They called no witnesses, but instead they used the government's own witnesses against the government. And that's the key to cross-examination, is when you have these witnesses.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that, Gam. They did. They did.
Favorably for your client. That's exactly what you want them to do, and that's what they did here. They certainly did that with Cassie Ventura. They did it with Jane. They did it with Mia.
I remember that. Yep, I remember that. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel.
Programming update for today, as we are following this coverage live of the verdicts related to Sean Diddy Combs.
He will be the second one. Yeah, he will be. From how it's looking right now, he's definitely going to be. He's definitely going to be that guy but you know, it's bigger with him than it was with Ja and Irv Gotti. Like, people know who they is, but this one right here, this is totally different. This is you know what I mean, because we dealing with a different type of celebrity. You know what I'm saying? So by him being a different type of celebrity, he's a mogul. It's a whole different little ball game with Diddy.
He's been staying at the Metro Detention Center since his arrest in September of last year. The defense,
you know what I'm saying? So
$1 million bond.
It's man.
Go home, but then the prosecution saying, hey, he was still convicted. He needs to stay in custody ahead of whatever possible sentence, which there could be a sentence that puts Sean Combs in federal prison. So that part of the story is not done just yet, but we're expecting to learn a little more about what could happen ahead of sentencing this afternoon. Another update just coming in here after the judge left the courtroom. From the gallery, there was a loud clapping and cheering as Sean Combs is led back into the holding cell. Candace, I think of yesterday when the partial verdict came back. We put up that sketch, and it was for the first time, at least that I saw in a sketch, that Sean Combs looked concerned.
Hell yeah, he's concerned.
Less than 24 hours later, it is this situation that he's in. I keep asking for your reaction because it's just incredible to think when you look back on this.
You know what I'm saying? The thing is, though, he got to man up. You know what I mean? Out of all this shit, because
call more
you know,
witnesses. He's facing
for so many years, for so long.
Saying that he did a lot of the things
You know what I mean?
Ventura and Jane accused him of.
People been hearing about Diddy forever.
More victims, excuse me, that could have potentially bolstered the prosecution's case more.
Well, listen, we are going to find more about Gina. I think that is one of the instances where people have a lot of questions. She, for people who know her story, she had a lot to say. We didn't hear from her. We didn't hear from Christina Quorum. We didn't hear from security guards, as I talked about. He's got a lot of civil lawsuits where some of this information might come out.
Yeah, he definitely shitting in his pants right now. Most definitely. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I think that
most definitely. He don't want to do no time. Especially due to the fact that he already been sitting in there. What it's been about 7 months, 8 months. So he can't, you know what I mean? But this is what he chose for himself. And I say chose for himself because the things that he did got him in here, got him in there.
The jury make their case.
Hell no, he ain't sleep last night. Fuck no, Diddy ain't sleep last night. Hell no, he was laying down sweating bullets. I'm telling you, man. Listen, Gam, I'm telling you, the boy probably, the man probably was sweating so hard, you would have thought he just, was running sprints and shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Hell no, not when your life is on the line. You ain't about to go to sleep. Sleep. He probably wish he had some weed or all type of shit. Hell no. A drink? Man, nah. Shit, probably your life on the line like that, you'll drink a whole bottle of moonshine if you had it. For real. Hell no. Sleep is the last thing on your mind. No. He probably ain't never really slept for real. He damn sure ain't sleep last night though.
Another
He's
update for
definitely
those
not.
of you joining us here on
Nah.
the Crime
Nah,
YouTube
nah.
stream. Jesse Weber, who has been one of the leading voices in analyzing this case, going back to when Sean Combs was indicted, as all of you know here on Law and Crime. He's going to come on the stream, take over for me at 11:30 this morning Eastern time. So if you have post-verdict questions, be sure to drop them in the chat.
Subscribe to the channel at Tay Luciano, man. Subscribe to the channel, Tay Luciano Media. Tay Luciano Media. Subscribe to the channel. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. Subscribe to the channel.
News conferences live. Also, Dan Abrams is going to be joining us at 10:50 to talk a little bit more about this verdict and his reaction, having covered so many high-profile cases throughout his carer. William,
he wouldn't be able to sleep if he drunk promethazine, moonshine, none of that shit. Man, something like this, you ain't about to sleep. You know what I'm saying? He used to being out in the public. He used to being out moving how he want to move. I'm at the crib in LA, or I'm at the crib in Miami. Hell no, he can't sleep. You know what I'm saying? But he been knew how the feds play. You know what I'm saying? He knew this. He ain't dumb.
Outstanding job. Whether or not they should have called other witnesses, some of these other women who are suing Diddy. The fact of the matter is this: is that every one of those witnesses who the prosecution could have called because there were lawsuits going on, the defense team is going to say, this is yet another person who's suing Holmes. This is yet another person who has a financial motive here, because that's where those witnesses would come from.
Hell no, he couldn't sleep. Hell no. Y'all get them likes up, man. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Tay Luciano Media.
I don't know what her situation was in terms of immunity. I don't know if it would have tipped the scales, but if there was one witness who, as I sit here, obviously not being part of the trial, that I probably would have wanted to hear from, it was her. I think she could have helped the government, again, if she was willing to testify on their behalf.
And you're taking a live look outside the courthouse in Lower Manhattan. You can just see the crowd of people who have gathered in the wake of these verdicts that have come down in the trial of Sean Diddy Combs. A live shot there of the front door. His defense wants him to go home today. $1 million bond. We'll see if the judge, what he has to say about that. The prosecution has asked that Sean Combs
$1 million bond
ahead of any sort of sentencing. We don't know when a sentencing.
Subscribe to the channel at Tay Luciano Media.
About what happens
yes,
to Sean
sir.
Combs
Get
after
them
this
likes
verdict.
up.
in the afternoon. Court's been adjourned until 1 o'clock. We're waiting to get our Elizabeth Milner. She's just getting set up right now. So if you do have questions for Elizabeth about what just went down in the courtroom, put those in the chat and we'll ask those questions to her live on the air. Candace, not to simplify what happened, but as we try to analyze all the testimony over 7 weeks and whether this witness was strong or that witness was strong, in cases like this, what does it just come down to? How often does it just come down to these were 12 people that just saw it this way?
All the hits, all the dancing, all the, you know what I'm saying? All the hits, all the dancing, all that, take that, take that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? All the money he didn't care, all the publishing, you know what I mean? All the, you know, all the tough guy shit he was saying in the records. Yeah, yeah, you know they like, yeah, we got his ass now.
That if you were going to follow the black letter of the law, that they definitely made their case. So I think that it's what you said. How do these people actually feel about these particular charges? You know, was it hard for them? Did they have to kind of, you know, just a bad smell going down? Like, I do not want to go there. I do not like the feel of this. And I think what you're saying is
that's how they feeling.
It was just something that they could not really kind of find a meeting of the minds with their own kind of.
You know what I'm saying? He was pimping. You know what I mean? That's how I'm taking it. You know, guilty of transportation. You know, and to engage in prostitution, man, on a bitch, man. You feel me? He was on some real pimp shit, you did. But at the same time, he still didn't do anything different than the other people has done. You feel me? He still hasn't done anything different, man, than them other folks has done. All he did was pimp on a bitch too. You feel me? And you know, and had a couple of extravaganza freak offs, you dig, on the bitch for the one time. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't done nothing, and he ain't done shit different than what Clyde Davis or Jimmy Iovine, none of them niggas has done. You know what I mean? He just had to take the fall. You know, it's always got to be a fall guy in any situation. It don't matter if it's the streets. It don't matter what the fuck it is. It's always got to be a fall guy, right? So he just happened to be the one. You did?
Let me tell you something, Chris. The moment was it was the moment that everyone was waiting for. And I literally had to go count by count by count.
Yeah, take that was always hell yeah. For sure it was. For sure, most definitely. You know what I'm saying? It's a song, I think it's Black Rob, G Dep, and Diddy. And it's on Black Rob album. I gotta find the song. I gotta find it. But when I say Diddy on the outro of this song talking crazy, woo! I'm not even making this up. When I say he on that bitch talking crazy, like, yeah, I put money on your head and all this and that, I'm talking about he on there talking mean, talking crazy. Yeah, he just got caught. He hasn't done. It's no different than what they've been doing. They've been, you know what I'm saying? It's been freak offs. It's been all of this. It's been everything, you know what I'm saying? It's been all of this shit going on. So he hasn't done nothing different than nobody else. He's no, you know what I'm saying? That's the part I'm tripping off of. He hasn't done nothing different. Go get Clyde Davis. You know what I mean? And put him in a slammer jammer. Put him in a slammer and see how, see the outcome and see see how much dirt and how much rotten bullshit that they could bring up on him. Go get Clyde. He's one of the biggest. You know what I mean? Go get some of the directors out of Hollywood. And you know what I'm saying? See what you could dig up on them. I bet you could dig up a whole lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? If you go get some of these other bozos and you dig up a whole lot of shit, you could you can find out a whole lot of shit. You start digging it up, you're gonna see a whole lot of shit that you never thought you would see from a lot of these other guys. Guarantee it. I guarantee it.
step back here, Chris.
I guarantee it. You'll find a whole lot of shit that you'll find out a whole lot of shit about certain people. Hell, go get some of the reporters in the NBA or in the NFL. Go get some of those guys. Go. Let's go get some of those guys. You probably see a whole lot of shit that you wouldn't thought you would see. Guarantee it.
I just got to it. That obviously Sean Combs was thanking the jury, looked at the jury whenever they were leaving for the day. So
hell, go get Phil Jackson. Love him to death. I think you know what I mean. He's one of the greatest coaches of all time. But he probably has you know what I mean. He probably got skeletons in his closet. All I'm saying, any person in position, in power, not just white, not just black, has probably a lot of underlying rotten things they have done to get to that position. This is a known fact. It's just not the music industry. It's just because the music industry is one of the top industries that's in the forefront. The music industry has always been like that. But if you go look at sports, hell, they're perfection. Politics, we don't want to speak about politics. It's going to go way greater than Sean P. Diddy Combs. You know what I mean? He just had to be the casualty of war. It's the casualty of war.
Almost no chance he was going to be acquitted of the transportation for the purposes of prostitution counts. Now, when you looked at all the evidence, all the records, all the documents with regard to that,
make sure y'all like,
it was hard to imagine,
share, and subscribe to the channel. Come on, the kids is coming out smiling. This is the first time since he's been on trial, I done seen him smile like that. You know it's about to be a big party. It's going down. Man, listen, the party is going to be tremendous. And listen, whenever he has a party or whatever it's going to be, it's going to be a lot of people that's going to be there, going to attend, that they're not going to even mention. But it's because it's a lot of people that still rock with Diddy right now. You know what I mean? Right now, it's still a lot of people that rocks with Sean P. Diddy Combs. Right now, they just wanted to keep their motherfucking name clear, and they likeness out the equation, just to see where it was gonna go.
Absolutely.
Make sure you get them likes up, man. Get them likes up. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel at Tay Luciano Media. This is breaking news. It's going down. Diddy is found guilty. You know what I'm saying? 2 out of the 5. You know what I mean? But he's not. He wasn't found guilty for the RICO. But he was found guilty of prostitution and stuff like that. Man, get them likes up, man. Get them likes up.
There was enough consensual activity, consensual relationships between Jane and Cassie, such that the jurors didn't feel that there was proof beyond a reasonable doubt that this was sex trafficking, even though you only
sex trafficking.
Single instance, right? Is the judge told the jurors,
man,
and the prosecutors told the jurors if they were convinced.
He ain't the only one though. That's what I'm saying. He's not the only one that has I don't even want to say the terms, but he's definitely not the only one. You know what I mean? He's definitely not. Y'all gotta realize this. They has to realize this. Y'all gotta realize this, people. He's not the only one. He's not the only one. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm gonna be live like all day today. I'm about to just push. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for all the support I've been getting, but make sure y'all get them likes up. Subscribe to the channel, please, and thank you.
I don't know if you can see behind me but we see a Cadillac Escalade or a Ford Escalade. I can't name what cars that is. But you see a large black SUV behind me.
This is bigger than Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? This is bigger than what Mike went through.
All I can
You know what I'm saying? When Mike was going through, when Michael Jackson was going through shit like with this type shit, man, you know what I'm saying?
Some people are standing on what looks
It's
to be
bigger than Nino Brown. If I go down, I'm taking a whole lot of people with me.
Some even kind of standing in the roadway. I hope they're not necessarily blocking any traffic.
If I go down, I'm taking a whole lot of people with me. What Nino say in the courtroom? If I go down, I'm taking a whole lot of people with me.
At this moment right now, we do not see him or anything like that. He's still back in a holding cell while both sides kind of work out what they're going to be saying in their argument.
Man, free Diddy. Yeah, there, I said it. Yeah, free Diddy. Yeah, you know why I want to see him free? Because you got to go get a whole line of other people. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so, you know, that's how it be, though. You know, you got to go get a whole lot of other people that's been doing this. You know, you got to go get those, the other record executives that you don't see. Go get them. Go get the record executives. Not the, go get the executives you don't see, though. Go get them. Lock them up.
Chris, I was just going to say,
you know what I'm saying? Go get them other executives. You know, the ones behind the, you feel me? Sharon, what it do? You go get them. Go, you know what I'm saying? Go get them other executives, the ones you don't see. You feel me? The ones you don't see.
Did he do it or didn't he do it?
Did he do it? Did he do it?
We know he did really bad things here. The question is, did those really bad things fall into the legal definition of sex trafficking or racketeering? And the jury believes the answer is no. But that doesn't mean that he's going to get the kind of groundswell of support that someone who people believe is literally innocent, falsely accused, might get in a different kind of case.
And you've even seen it, Dan, I know you covered the O.J. trial. I mean, O.J. Simpson found not guilty, but no one up until his death had, you know, for the most part, pretty glowing things to say about O.J. Simpson in hindsight of how that played out, even though there was a not guilty verdict. I'm just thinking of O.J. I think of Johnny Cochran, one of the great defenses of all time. As you've covered a lot of high-profile cases, where does the defense?
This is very high profile. This is one of the cases where, you know, a lot of people. I don't think it's been a big case. I don't think it's been a big case as like this in a long time. Even R. Kelly case was huge, but not as big as this one. You know, R. Kelly was, you know, but man, it's crazy. What I wonder is how many celebrities is out there. You know what I'm saying? How many celebrities it is out there that's been supported. That's what I want to know. How many celebrities really been supporting him behind the scenes? You know what I mean? It's got to be some. It's got to be some.
CEO Dan Abrams, always good to have you on. Thanks for taking the time to be with us.
Great to be here. Great job, guys. Appreciate it.
Oh, we appreciate that.
Elizabeth, great coverage in the courtroom, too.
Man, get them likes up, man. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. I'm telling y'all, like, this one right here, man, it's going down. It's going down. It's going down. Bottom line, for real.
He should walk out of here. The prosecution is
it's
not
going
saying
down. Oh, man.
Look at the media that is outside of the courthouse.
Man, it's going down.
What can we expect today when it comes to the arguments for what happens next to Sean Combs?
Well, what we can expect is that the defense is going to really be adamant about letting Sean Combs out today. He is able, he has a lot of money.
Yeah, someone looked out. Heck yeah.
$1 million bail, have some of his family members be able to co-sign off.
You know what I'm saying? They smiling, they you know what I mean? They happy to them motherfucker.
Not want to go back to MDC.
Happy.
Whenever the judge,
Happy.
I'm sure that,
Happy.
doesn't want to go back to MDC. He was,
you know what I mean? Because even whatever it is that he get is not severe as the RICO. The RICO, that's a bad mother. You know what I mean? That's that one. And it's just funny how they created that law for the mob. Y'all realize that? Dude, I hope everybody realize that. I know a lot of people know that, but like that law was strictly designed for the mob. When they couldn't get the mob and all them old dudes on nothing, then we can't trace them for no murders. We can't get them for this, that. You know what I'm saying? But we can hit them with tax evasion. We can hit them with this, that, and that all fall up under the RICO. That law was strictly specifically designed for the mob. And look at it. They still use that law to this day.
And so Mark Agnifilo says his family can sign onto the bond again if they were proposing.
Oh yeah, he's definitely, he's going to be, oh yeah, he's tasting blood right now. What? What? Oh my God. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Revenge. Man, hey listen, I wouldn't be surprised if certain niggas start dropping. And I'm telling you, certain people get ghosts, or you like, oh damn, what happened so-and-so? Or why so-and-so ain't dropped the album in a long time? You'll know why. You'll know why. Oh man, why this, why that? Yeah, you would definitely know why.
Extensive testimony regarding drugs throughout this trial. They also point back to the day of his arrest, or the evening of his arrest, when he was caught at the hotel with drugs inside his hotel room, red lighting equipment, something that they say kind of alludes to that there might have been a hotel night or a freak off occurring at the time that he was arrested. The prosecution also pointing out that his conviction suggests that he should be detained and that the defendant should be detained until sentencing. And so the judge asked, do you have any kind of case law about someone being held on a Mann Act charge pending sentencing? Maureen Comey says for the most part it had to relate to children, and so she didn't have anything in relation to adults being transported over state lines. So she's going to look up that case law. Obviously the defense is going to come back. They're going to have their arguments, probably kind of what we had heard earlier. So they're going to take a few hours to kind of work everything out. They're going to send back a letter or an email, and then we'll all kind of reconvene early this afternoon to discuss what's going to be happening next. But no, Sean Combs did not walk out of that courtroom, everyone. He is still being held inside the courthouse right behind me. It seems like, from what I could tell, his family kind of probably maybe went to go celebrate or something like that, maybe go get a bite to eat, probably really take in that it's possible their father might be coming home today. But again, it's possible. Nothing set in stone just yet.
And we just have a statement coming in from the lawyer for Cassandra.
Free Diddy!
This is from Doug Whitmore. He said in the statement, this entire criminal process started when
Free Diddy, man. Those who took the stand. This is a bad guy, man.
Although the jury did not find Combs guilty of sex trafficking,
yeah, it's ugly. I know whoever took the stand. Oh my God, he really, all of this gonna make him feel so untouchable. So this, people don't even realize what this is gonna do to his ego. You get what I'm saying? Because listen, if one of us was up for this, right? We beat it, we walk. You know what that's gonna make? You know how you gonna feel after that? You know what I'm saying? Man, you know how you going to feel after that? Like, if you never felt like it was the shit then, oh my God. You gonna feel like you the shit now. Like, what? You better, a person better not ever say nothing, even look at you crazy, none of that. You, man, I'm telling you. That's gonna boost your ego. Your ego gonna go up, especially if you kind of already a cocky or arrogant type of person. Oh my God, untouchable. And he get out before the 4th of July. And he gets out before the 4th of July. Oh my God, man, what?
Attention to both sides' closing argument, especially Mark Agnifilo.
Y'all do know the 4th of July is Friday. He gets out before the 4th of July.
You know, by the government's definition, by the federal.
Oh, he really about to feel it. Oh my God, it's going down. That's the biggest holiday of the summer. If for those who celebrate holidays, you know what I'm saying, you know, or whatever. But he, you know, we definitely know he celebrate every day. So he's definitely going to celebrate for. Oh my God, he been in there for Christmas, Thanksgiving, and all of that. Oh man, you talking about a party? This gonna be the biggest one ever. This gonna be the biggest one.
Reason that the relationship ended, because according to the
and watch how everybody pop out the woodworks.
Because of possible jealousy. Because of
watch if he walk. Watch how everybody pop out. Big W for the diddler.
Also remember, Chris, that
shit, it's gonna go from the diddler to Mr. Diddy.
Different instances involved.
You know what I'm saying? Mr. Did it, Mr. Untouchable. He can't. Oh my God! If the Source magazine was still around, or Double XL magazine was still around,
sex
Oh,
trafficking.
man.
It didn't go that
If
way
the Source
today. And so
magazine was
I
still
think as
around
far
right
as,
now,
just their verdict, I
that'd
think
be the
especially
biggest issue of the
these
year.
jurors were listening to the exact same testimony
That would be the biggest issue of the year. Listen, I still got the when Tupac got free, when Tupac came home, and he on the Source magazine with the white beater on, with the death row chain, I still got that magazine right now. I can pull that magazine out right now. I still got that Source magazine. That was a big issue. You can't even find that no more. It's not on eBay, none of that. You can't even find it. I just so happen to look up to find it. It's still in good condition and everything. That's one of the biggest issues, I believe, of Source magazine, especially in that time frame. So just imagine if they were still around doing something like this. While this going
of our
on,
panel,
super
Nina
huge.
Lona, Sirius XM host, also joining us live now, as well as William Corman, who is a criminal defense attorney. Thank you both for being with us.
Ain't it?
Elizabeth
It's definitely
Miller
about to
also standing
happen.
by outside the courthouse
It's
in
definitely
Baltimore.
about to happen.
William,
Definitely, no
just
doubt about
from a
it.
standpoint, and
No doubt
as
about
people are joining us right now, kind of digesting everything. So I am asking a few questions that we've touched on just in the last 20 minutes or so. But as far as the what happens now part of it, when Sean Combs is sentenced, how likely is it that he goes to federal prison on these 2 counts?
That's the $64,000 question right now.
That's the $64 question.
Do carry with it the
Yeah.
possibility of prison time. It wouldn't be unheard of for someone to go to prison on these types of charges. However, he has no criminal record. He has no criminal past that he's been convicted of.
Well, what do you know, Bucko?
When the bail argument first reared its head, and again, we'll hear more about that later on, is there was continued criminal conduct even after the charges took place.
Get them likes up. Get them likes up.
Has lived a law-abiding lifestyle for everything but for these
YouTube is playing with the numbers. Get them likes up.
Arrested. He had drugs on him. There was post-charge
Oh, shit.
There's all sorts of things that the government can rely on to say, hey, look, he was found guilty of these 2 offenses. They are federal offenses. He was found guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. They carry with it the possibility of federal prison. And for somebody like this, who has flouted the law,
oh yeah, he's Diddy bopping all that. He's definitely about to have a good time tonight. If he walk out of that shit, if he walk out, when I say New York going up in smoke,
but it's possible that the judge
this is gonna be the one. This is the one right here. You hear me? It's going down.
And Mina, I'm going to bring you in just a moment, but I just got a super chat question that I'm going to ask. William here, State Boys Louisiana asks, will Diddy be a sex offender now?
Oh man, he would ask that.
I don't know that transportation. Oh, it's a violation of the Mann Act. So yes, I think he would be considered a sex offender. I think there is a mechanism in place by which he could challenge that classification. But I do think that violation of the Mann Act carries with it sex offender registration.
All right, Mina Lona joins me now, a host on
Get them likes up. Get them likes up. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Tay Luciano Media.
The jury found Sean Combs guilty of and not guilty of.
I think we kind of saw some of it.
Hell yeah.
I am
definitely good smoke for everybody.
At the not guilty verdict for Cassie Ventura when it comes to the sex trafficking. We've talked extensively about the receipts and the different evidence that the prosecution presented when it comes to the transportation of the prostitutes, right? I feel like that was pretty solidified. We have talked about the RICO and how if you really follow the RICO according to the law, yeah, they proved their case, but did they really prove it to this panel of 12 jurors who are not well versed in the law? And did they prove that there was an organized criminal enterprise here? I thought that was a little up in the air. But I really, really thought because of that video, I thought that video was so powerful as evidence that Cassie was forced back into a room. Sean Diddy Combs is naked in this video. They're in a mid-sex act. She is running away for her life. She's being kicked in the head and dragged.
Well, we know whose side she's on.
Security guard testified that there was an escort in there. She clearly, in that moment, did not consent to that sexual act. And I was very surprised that the jury could vote not guilty on Cassie Ventura, being that there's a video in where she's clearly not consenting to sex.
Man,
right,
listen.
It's not just what you're watching there.
Who knows? Well, how we know that? Do we know that for a do you know that for a fact? Or that just, you know what I mean? Do you really, really know that?
Freak off and being forced. Sean Combs trying to drag her back into that freak off. And
That don't mean he was dragging her back into the freak off. That really doesn't mean that. It's been a lot of bitches, excuse me, there's been a lot of females that's been dragged, unfortunately, and I'm not condoning anything like that. But it's been a lot of females dragged that hasn't have no freak offs. I have seen it with my own eyes. I'm from the hood, so you know what I'm saying? I have seen a lot of things in my period of life. I done seen a lot of females get dragged. Hell, Tina Turner was getting dragged. That don't mean they was per se having a freak off. You know what I'm saying? Or when he was trying to get her back into the freak off. That doesn't really mean that. But,
there's just a bunch of shouting.
Touche.
And a lot of people kind of crowding around probably to see what's going on. But really kind of at the center of it, I just see them kind of going back and forth arguing. So not sure, since I'm kind of across the street, what's really happening. But it seems like these two men are really getting into a very heated debate. There's some clapping going on, some people cheering. So it's likely that they're just kind of, the emotions are pretty much running high.
Hell yeah, the emotions is running high. You damn right.
So we'll continue to keep an eye on that. Mia,
this is going to be a bad boy party like no other.
How much of this is going to affect Diddy's future?
Man.
After all of this, will this break him? This is from Miss Cheryl.
You ask yourself, would it break him?
My opinion, be viewed the same way.
You think about it.
Maybe there wasn't enough evidence, or maybe the defense did an awesome job of discrediting the victims here. But I think
yeah.
These women were victimized, and there was illegal.
Everybody is victimized.
Not just
everybody.
On the behalf of his employees. I don't think that his reputation bounces back from this. There are some people saying, "Oh well, he's just." I don't even want to use the word that.
Yeah, she can't use the terminology.
Of the behavior here, I think there's a group.
She wants to see Diddy locked up. She want to see him locked up. You can see it in her face. You can see it. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think he comes back from this, and I think it affects how he moves moving forward. And I think he's gonna.
They definitely gonna be on his trail. They definitely gonna be on his trail.
Because if he comes out and he continues this behavior of giving women drugs, of soliciting prostitutes, and continuing these sex acts, he's gonna find himself right back where he is. So I hope that he gets the help that he needs in order to understand that what he did to some of these victims is just not normal.
Yeah, no, incredible.
Well, what's normal in the world? What's normal though? I just want to. What he did is not normal shit. What is normal then? Tell me. Let's hear it. What's normal? Because from what I see, ain't shit normal. So what's normal? Think about it. What's really normal?
Again, I don't think they will, but the judge does have in his discretion the ability to sentence Diddy consecutively to these charges. So he could get a 10-year sentence and a 10-year sentence stacked on top of it.
Man, that's bullshit.
Likely to happen, but there is a possibility that he could get, for example, on charge number 1, let's say a 24-month sentence, and on charge number 2, maybe
get them lights up. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Tay Luciano Media.
Would have to take drug tests. You probably would have to abide by the terms and conditions of that probation. And if you were to violate it, then there could be a probation surrender hearing that could land him back in federal custody. That's how that could happen. But to get the sentences as far as incarceration stacked one on top of the other, that's highly unlikely.
That's highly unlikely.
I want to go back out to you because I know I can hear people chanting in the background as there's been a group of people along with the media outside the courthouse. What are you seeing?
Yeah, it seems like from what I can hear of them, because a lot is going on. There's a lot of traffic behind me. Obviously, there's a lot of people, and obviously I have my earpiece in right now too. So a lot is going on.
Yeah, I bet it's a lot going on. This is like, look at it. This has been the biggest crowd I have seen since this been going on. You got everybody. You got people from all media channels, TMZ, you know what I'm saying, BET, MTV. God damn it.
Maybe possibly somebody's inside that because everybody is swarming over near that vehicle right now. And
yeah, I just bet they is swarming like motherfucking flies.
might be going inside
bees.
The courthouse, but can't tell because of the swarm of people, but it's definitely a rowdy crowd, especially after today's verdict.
No, absolutely. Mina, I'm going to give you the final word. What we're doing here at the bottom of the hour, we're going to take just in a couple minutes from now a break.
Man, listen.
At 11:30 live here on YouTube.
All I know
Jesse
is
will be taking
it's
over
really
for me.
going down.
He's going to be breaking down everything.
It's going down.
So get your
Period.
questions in the chat. I know
This
Elizabeth
right
is
here,
going to be part of
this
that
is
conversation as well.
be in the
Mina,
history
for you,
books.
and I know we were talking
This
about
was gonna be in the
kind of
history
what is
books
the
for
future
sure.
for Sean
This one's
Combs
gonna be in
after
the
all of
history
this. There's
books.
obviously the
You know what I
civil
mean? But
lawsuits that he is going
it's
to
no
have.
different. Like I said, it's no different than what anybody else has done. You feel me? It's no different. It's no different. It's no different.
Whether or not that happens,
You know?
what
You know what I mean? He just so happened to get caught up. Somebody just had to be the fall guy.
Just from
You know what I'm saying? Somebody
speaking,
just had to
his
be
body of work goes back
the
to so
fall
long.
guy.
People are such
That's
fans
all.
of who he is,
That's
but
all it
then
is.
also, I mean,
You
how
know what I
he
mean? That's all it
unseated him
is.
From 2016, even with this.
You know? But
I think
if he
his
get out of
reputation is
this,
definitely damaged, and he might not do a ton of jail
you know what I'm saying?
time,
As far as if
from
he
the
come
two
out them
counts
doors,
that he did,
it's
get
going
found
down in
guilty
an
on,
amazing
but I
way.
think you don't come
Best
back from
believe
this,
that.
right?
So
It's unfortunate that the jury
You know.
did find him not guilty in some of these counts, but there's also the court of public opinion. You know, there are some people that don't believe he did anything criminal, but then there are people that have strong
subscribe to the
opinions
channel.
about the fact that you
Subscribe to the channel. Tay Luciano
multiple
Media.
women.
Tay Luciano Media.
and
Get
not
them
have
likes
to
up.
serve a lot
Get
of
them
jail
likes
time.
up.
So I think the conversation, and really for me, it really comes down to, as a society, what are we accepting? What are we saying is okay and not okay? And to me, it's really sad that you have video evidence of a woman not consenting to sex, and that the jury doesn't see that as a problem. So those are the conversations, but I think that Cassie was extremely brave for coming forward. Her lawyer did release a statement with her story, and I think that this sends the caution to other people who might be engaging in similar behavior. You need to be careful.
Man, she out there. She is not playing.
We're just beginning to
She want to see,
she
ain't.
This morning related to the
God damn.
for Sean Diddy Combs. I want to thank all three of you for being with me. William Corman, criminal defense attorney, who was with me from the very beginning.
Get them likes up. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Tay Luciano Media. Tay Luciano Media. Subscribe to the channel.
At the bottom of the hour. So get your questions into the chat.
Crow! What's good, Crody? Crody! What's good, man? What's good with it, man? Yeah, man, listen. If he walks, then that it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying, and they got it muted right now, but he hasn't done nothing different than what they have done. You know what I mean? So it's just like, y'all need to go get some other people. Because it's funny how, like, Hollywood and stuff only target certain people. And, you know, it's kind of feeling like they pick and choose a lot. You know what I'm saying? But they need to go get a whole lot of other people. Please go get Clyde Davis. Please. Go get him. And see what he probably did to Whitney Houston and, you know, many, many others. Go get go get Jimmy Iovine. Look how long he's been around. I just wonder, I can only imagine, and my shit coming down, I can only imagine the stuff he done and put people through. Hell yeah, Diddy, what? Get the Diddy bopping like a motherfucker, for sure. For surely. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Man, listen. If he walks, I'm telling you, like, Mr. Untouchable is gonna be his new title. All that love and all that shit, all that love that's gonna be out the window. All that brother love. Yeah, it's gonna be, yeah, nigga, y'all seen what I just beat, right? Y'all seen it, yeah. Mr. Untouchable. I'm the real Mr. Untouchable. And He, you know what I'm saying? That's the attitude he's gonna have. Yeah, go get a lot of people. Go get him. Go lock him up. Go lock him up. Go get him. I don't know why they got this muted right now, but it's muted. Or they got it down real low. It's definitely not me. Oh, let me see. I don't know. Everything is up. I don't know why they got it so low. It's real low right now. I don't know why. But y'all can see live coverage. You know what I'm saying? Free Diddy or not. Free Diddy or not. You know what I mean? What he gets? Is he going to get a little bit of time? Is he going to get a lot of time? Is he going to walk free? Who knows? The verdict is in. You know what I'm saying? It's money on the floor. You know what I mean? This is going to be the biggest story. This is the biggest story of the year. One of the biggest stories of hip hop culture. Sean P. Diddy Combs, the diddler. You know what I mean? Mr. Freak Off himself. Mr. Take That. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Mr. New York City. Brother Love. Is he walking or would he get time? That's the question. You know what I'm saying? We shall see, people. We shall see. It's getting real. I don't know why this is so low, though. Like, I don't understand why this get low like that. Man, is he gonna walk? Is he gonna walk? Free Diddy. Is he gonna walk or not? Would he get some time or not? Damn, why did they? Damn. You know what I'm saying? Will he walk or not? Subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe, brother. Subscribe to the channel. Tay Luciano Media. Tay Luciano Media. Get them likes up. Tap in, get in, come in. Have a seat. You know what I mean? Come in, tap in, sit in. The verdict is reached. You see the title, verdict is reached. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's bigger than this. Is big. This is one for the ages. This is the one that, you know, everybody is going to talk about. It's going to be all on the blogs. It's going to be everywhere. It's everywhere now. This is the one. This is the one for the ages. Point blank, period. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Will Diddy be free or not? Will he be free or not? They got the volume down right now. You know what I'm saying? That we waiting to hear the verdict. You know what I'm saying? Will he get some time or will he walk? He has been found guilty, you know, on some of the accounts. You know what I mean? But will he walk? Will he walk? Will he be a free man? Will he get some time? That's the night of questioning. You know what I mean? That's it right there. Will he walk or will he be free? Will he walk? Will he be? I said, will he be free? Will he walk or will he get some time? You know what I mean? He's been in prison for about 8 months. You know what I mean? A lot of people testimony was sounding, it was kind of shaky. They already had dropped a few charges. You know what I mean? So as of right now, a lot of people, you know, a lot of people is just waiting to hear. You know what I mean? Everybody is covering this. This is the biggest thing that's going on in hip hop culture right now. Is you know, he's found guilty. You know, but not on, you know, on certain charges. You know what I mean? So the verdict is in. We waiting to hear what he's going to be. Will he be a free man? Will he walk? You know what I mean? Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel at Tay Luciano Media. That's Tay Luciano Media. I might, you know, I might go live all day today. This is going to be a big top. This is a big topic right here. You know what I'm saying? This is bigger than anything that's going on. You know, he's been in there quite some time. He has tried to make bond on a couple of occasions since he's been in there. It's been denied each time. You know, we already know how the federal you know, them other people, I'm just going to say, you know, YouTube be real sensitive about certain words, but we know how they like to play. So we see it. We see how they play. We see what the thing, you know, the things that they do. So, you know, but I feel like he definitely should be walking. And why is that? Because it's been a lot of people has done just as much as, you know, as he. So yeah, let him walk. Let him be free. Let him, you know what I mean? But if not, I just wonder how much time that he will get. You know what I'm saying? How much time is he really gonna get? You know, it haven't been a case this big since, I was about to say OJ. I'm tripping. Ever since R. Kelly. It hasn't been a case like this since like R. Kelly. But I think this is bigger than R. Kelly. You know, this is on the level of, you know, probably more so like Harvey Weinstein or something like that. But it's definitely, you know what I mean? And we still waiting. I don't know why they got the volume so low. I don't know why, but, you know, we shall see. We shall see. I'm gonna go upstairs. I'll be up there in a minute. I'm on live. All right. We shall see, people. We shall see. You know, get them likes up. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everybody that's been rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? Crow, Sharm, you know what I mean? Gambino. You know, I definitely appreciate all the attraction I've been getting on my channel. You know what I'm saying? Channel been growing daily. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Definitely like and subscribe to the channel. You know, please and thank you. That definitely helps me, you know, be in the algorithm. And I'm definitely trying to get into doing, really, you know, doing interviews and stuff like that. So I don't know why they has this. Let me just see. Let me see. Let's see some. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Shooting 2 minutes. Man, get them likes up. Get them likes up. Get them likes up, man. Definitely get them likes up.
Criminal case, what a day. The verdict is in. Sean Combs has been acquitted of all charges except 2: transportation to engage in prostitution, the Mann Act violations. This is a massive win for Sean Combs. There's no
massive win.
When he was facing
massive
conspiracy and up to
y'all heard that? Massive win.
Oh, by the way, sex
massive
a minimum of 15 years in prison. acquitted of those charges.
Acquitted.
Of those charges. Both were
Who you know? Who y'all know beats shit like that? Who? I have, man, who? Nobody. Who beats shit like that? Acquitted.
Advocating for 20 years in prison. Each one has a maximum of 10 years in prison. They wanted to run one after the other. That could be highly unlikely.
Get them likes up, man. Get them likes up. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel.
He's looking at a totally different reality than he was at the beginning of
Where
the day.
KJ at? Damn, KJ, where's she at?
Next, there is a consideration today about whether he will be
KJ
released.
probably on
Will he
Twitch.
be released pending sentencing, which might happen about 70 or 90 days from now? And that will come out today. We're going to get a little bit of logistics about what's happening. And we're also going to try to figure out what the possible sentence can mean and what this verdict means. You have to imagine this is a loss for the prosecution. This is a loss.
This is a big